Do you know what it takes to not just start, excel, sustain, accelerate, persevere, and rise in your development journey, but also to win? They say better is the end of a thing than the beginning of a thing. And I would add, best is that thing if you are winning on it. In my last video, which was the 6th installment of the series, the ABCs of Personal Development, we talked about how to rise on your personal development journey. In this final video of the series, I will be sharing the last set of building blocks in personal development that can equip you to succeed and win in your journey. Stay with us.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, my name is Ruth, and this is my channel where sugar meets spice. Here we share tips and stories to help you discover your sweetness and uncover your greatness. If you have watched my videos before, welcome back. And thank you for liking, thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. I truly appreciate you and what you do. Now let's get into how to win in your personal development journey. The 24th building block of personal development is exposure. In our learning and our development journey, there's a lot that we can learn just by exposing ourselves to new experiences and new people. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, just imagine what a life experience is worth. That is what exposure does for us. That is what it creates for us. Exposure is your willingness to venture into different experiences and places that you've not been before. It is your willingness to move towards people that you have never known before and get into spaces or processes that you have never experienced before. One thing that gives you a lot of exposure is travel. Other things are signing up for a course, attending a webinar or a seminar or conferences where you get to meet people and gain unique experiences that you have never experienced before. Do you remember how we used to go for excursions when we were little, to go to the zoo, go to the airport, go to museums? Such excursions were planned because no matter how much the teacher wants to explain or teach you about those places, actually going there will teach you more than you can get sitting in a classroom. There is more outcome in learning when you experience things for yourself, and that's what exposure does to you. When you're exposed to that concept or that idea that someone is trying to explain to you or trying to describe to you, you understand faster. It's better for you to see than to hear. When you get into that experience for yourself, there's a lot of learning that comes from just a few minutes of exposing yourself to that thing that you've been trying to understand. Exposure compresses learning outcomes and delivers more value to you. When you're in your comfort zone, that place where you're used to, your worldview is shaped by that limited scope of your experience, your knowledge, of your ideas. But by the time you decide that I'm going to come out of my comfort zone, travel, venture out of that place, you conquer your fear and you move into zones that you never expected you move to, and it will expand your worldview. When you get into those places that you have never been before and begin to mix with people and cultures that you have never met before, your mind expands along with your worldview. And subsequently, your reasoning expands, your mindset expands. There are many things that you're able to accommodate because your mind has expanded and the capacity of your mind is wider. That is what personal development is all about. It's about expanding your mind, expanding your world, expanding your everything. And exposure is the key to achieving that objective. There's a model for continuous learning called the 70-20-10 principle. The 10 represents 10% of learning outcomes that come from just sitting down and getting instruction. 20 represents the 20% of learning that comes from exposure, exposing yourself to those things you're trying to learn. And then 70 represents learning outcomes delivered by experience, hands-on experience. From this, we see that if you deny yourself exposure, you deny yourself of a whole 20% of your learning outcomes. Just imagine that. Ironically, the 70% delivered by experience is also linked to exposure, but in an indirect way. So in order not to lose a significant chunk of your learning outcomes, you need to invest in exposure. You need to invest in personal experience. See for yourself. Invest in travel, invest in experiences that are out of your familiar territory or your familiar terrain. Things that are new to you. Expose yourself to those new experiences so that you can expand your worldview. Invest in that. It helps in personal development. It moves you higher by leaps and bounds and helps you win in personal development. The 25th building block of personal development is yearning. Yearning is another way to talk about desire. It means an intense longing for something. It's an intense desire to achieve something that you've always wanted to achieve or something that's important to you. When you talk about a yearning, it's not just a casual need. Yearning connotes something that is deeper, something that is more intense than the normal casual need for something. In personal development, Your development can actually get to a point where it plateaus. You don't move ahead. If you don't have the yearning to extend to higher levels of development, you will not achieve the heights that you are born to achieve, because you will just be okay with where you are. So if you have set out to achieve something, you need yearning to continue to propel you. If you don't sustain the hunger or yearning to keep growing, your personal development will be truncated at a certain level and you will not be able to move further from that level. Yearning is what fuels your learning. When you stop yearning, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop growing in your personal development journey. So you need to keep that desire to be better burning. Without that desire, there will be no attainment. There will be no achievement. Without an internal desire for more, you will not aspire for more, and you will not go out of your way to get that more. So in personal development, keep your hunger up. We cannot overemphasize it. One thing that really helps you in your hunger is knowing the reason why you set out to do something. Another way to keep your hunger is to spend time with people that are actually where you aspire to be. So when you see them, when you talk with them, you are propelled. As you spend time with them, as you look at their achievements, it sparks up a hunger in you. When you're going into the personal development journey, go all out, go all in. Always look out to keep your hunger up. Whenever you go all in, it's clear that there's really nothing you can fall back on. And you know that you have to do it because you've gone all in. So burn your boat, burn your bridges. Tell yourself, look, I've come to achieve this and there's no going back. You don't have a yearning to develop yourself. There's not much development that will happen to you because you're okay with the way you are. You're not bothered. You're not hungry. Things are okay. You're just eating every day. So what's there to want? But if you want more, if you tell yourself, I want more, you will always have more. But if you don't want more, you can never have more. When yearning stops, your learning stops and your personal development also stops. So keep that yearning up. 26th building block of personal development is zeal. Zeal is all about the energy, the enthusiasm with which you pursue your cause or your objective. Zeal is fire, zeal is passion, and zeal is power. Zeal is the wind beneath the wings of your personal development. If you want to understand what zeal is to your personal development, think about a rocket. Think about the spacecraft also. You know, that propellant that is under a spacecraft that powers its launch and advancement into space, that is what zeal is to your personal development. You know, that propellant burns downwards. It burns downwards so that the spaceship can be propelled upwards. And that is what zeal does to your personal development. Zeal is that power that burns through to propel you higher towards the goals that you have set in personal development. When you lose zeal, you lose momentum. When the propellant on a rocket stops burning, gravity sets in, and the next thing you see is that rocket will start to fall. In the same way, when you stop burning with passion, with hunger, with desire, you know, in your personal development, when you stop being excited about the journey, when everything just, becomes cold, when you just stop being excited, when the passion is gone, when there's no energy powering you, gravity sets in and you find yourself on a downward spiral. So when this happens, you find that most of what you have built up all over the years just suddenly starts crashing down. It starts breaking down, starts degenerating. That's why it's important to sustain your energy. That's why it's important to sustain your passion, your zeal, so that you will get to the end of your personal development journey. Your personal development process involves different things that you need to bring together. But when you bring those things together like a vehicle, the parts might all be working, but without fuel in the tank, you'll not be able to move that vehicle. Same way, zeal is the fuel you put into the vehicle of personal development to get you to move, to get you to run, to get you advancing towards the end, towards the goal, towards the outcome. Everything that has been set ahead of you, zeal is what pushes you towards that. Zeal is very, very important to personal development, as important as fuel is to a journey. You can run out of fuel, but you can also refill fuel. So in your personal development journey, you must have plans to refill constantly by finding that thing or those things that energize you and keep them close to you. Don't let gravity set in on your personal development journey. When your zeal stops burning, your personal development starts dwindling. I wish you all the best in this journey of personal development. I wish you growth. I wish you advancement. I wish you the highest of heights beyond your expectation. I wish you victory beyond your wildest dreams. As long as you can see it, as long as you can dream it, you can become it. Don't hold back. Keep giving your best. Keep putting in everything. Keep loading up for your journey, because the journey is really far. But you are created to go there and you will get there. So whenever you feel down, look for those things that pump in hope. Go through all these building blocks. Keep pumping hope. Keep pumping and keep moving ahead so you can win. As one of my coaches would say, keep showing up. Keep doing those things that put you ahead. Be encouraged that you have everything working for your good. Be encouraged. Align to that good that is working out for you. Don't lose hope and keep doing all that you need to do to be the best that God has ordained you to be. Our communities can't develop beyond our personal development, each of us. So invest in your personal development today. Understand that there's a lot of value within you, but you need to refine it, you need to develop it so it can be of benefit to your communities. Thank you for watching all the parts of this series. Please remember to like, remember to make comments, remember to ask your questions, share with others, and most of all, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video as we end this series. Lots of love with sugar and spice and all things nice.